The minute they said go, I just hit the pedal and tried to get into a good a rhythm as possible straight away. And the first fence, I picked up a backward stride, which didn't worry me too much, but I just kept my fingers closed around the reins, landed, moved up a gear, and then we were away, straight into third gear, fourth gear, and then we jumped the second fence, good shot, really comfortable jump, third one, really good, comfortable jump, hit the brakes a little bit before the drop at 4, dropped down off that, looked quickly, picked up a good stride, and he just clocked on and saw the narrow house straight over that, and then straight back into gear again. We had a really nice good shot down to the big ditch and upright, never moved towards it, just saw a stride from about 12 out I think, and he saw it as well and picked up and gave me a fantastic feel. Turned tight, he seemed to know where he was going, he's been around here before. Came down towards the Land Rover Valley. I was planning to go a route that I'd not walked, which sounds a bit stupid, but a lot of problems had been caused there. So I took a route that my friends had described to me rather than what I'd planned to do, which felt a little bit rough, but it was clear and it worked. We did 2 strides down to the bank, which was meant to be 3, and then we did 3, if not 4, to the hedge, which was meant to be 3, and then 3 strides to the chest, which was meant to be 2. So it all felt very rough, a bit unscathing, but as soon as he was clear, we went back up into gear and let him gallop up the hill. Down to the water, felt very smooth, good jump in, squeezed for the 3 strides, up the bank, 1 stride over the hedge, felt very comfortable. Came as tight as possible back round on myself to fence 10, the hut, before turning back into the water over the duck. Again, just kept him short and bouncy, added 1 stride, 6 strides rather than 5, but was quite pleased with that, felt to get away there quick. Up the hill, down to the HSBC bank, 4 strides in between, it walks 5, but I planned to take 4 because he was so scopy and so big striding, and he again saw that and made it feel very easy. The next fence I was galloping down, and then up the hill I was worried about the narrows and what he might do at the ditch. He clocked the narrow, I just sat up and kept hold of his head, he jumped the narrow, 2 strides, squeezed him over the ditch and 2 strides, and it was done before you even know it. Landed, moved away again. Again, another fence that I was really concerned about, the corners, turned into them, picked up a stride that I didn't want, but I was committed. It was a long one for a corner with the sort of ground that was there, but again picked up like a real good horse, top class, and then as soon as I landed, grabbed his head, tried to slow him up to get him focused on the second corner. Jumped the second corner, jumped it very well, pecked on landing, his nose felt to hit the floor, but I kept hold of the reins and I wasn't going to move. He picked himself back up. That was a little bit worrying, but he turned the corner and galloped away grand with his ears forwards. Again, the last question, major question on the course for me, was the road crossing. He jumped the log very well, down into the road. I pulled right, turned left, saw a stride and pushed, and again he came off the floor brilliantly. Really impressive jump, straight down to the hedge corner, and then palisade with the water running down. Jumped the hedge brilliantly, 5 strides onto the corner, again just never felt in danger. As soon as I landed over the corner I moved up a gear, looked up, and there was no stride there. So again I shut my fingers, he looked into the water a little bit, we squeezed, it was clear but perhaps not as pretty as some had been there. Then from then on he felt class, he just galloped up the hill, down the hill into the woods, to the big ditch and hedge. He jumped that, again amazing jump showing all his scope. After that up into the arena, the last combination, really looking forwards to jumping this one. Got 100% square at the first, looked across and there was 5 strides there, squeezed, took off at the first, he saw the second, again jumped so big over the second that we nearly missed the turn to the 4th element coming out of the arena, but he still got there on 4 strides and didn't feel in danger. from that point on, galloped on down straight to the last 3 fences. All I was thinking about was getting home at this stage. The minute markers had gone, everything had gone. I jumped the second to last fence, turned the corner, saw a big stride, and he took off on it, and then he was finished, and he finished really well.